If there's one scripture that screams, listen to the woman, it's Judges 13. I'm Dr. Divine. I have a PhD in Old Testament. And today I want to highlight the story of Manoah's wife, which is found in Judges 13. In my opinion, this story is not talked about enough. This woman is not talked about enough, which is really unfortunate because in this story, she not only later serves as the voice of reason when her husband is panicking, but she is the chosen recipient of the message from God. In Judges 13, we're introduced to Manoah and we're told his wife is barren and without child. An angel or messenger of God comes to her and says, even though you're without child right now, you will conceive and give birth to a son. Then the angel proceeds to give her instructions about what she shouldn't drink or eat and what should happen with the boy once he comes. She runs and tells her husband. In response to this, he entreats the Lord and says, "Oh my Lord, let the man of God whom you sent come to us again and teach us what we are to do concerning the boy who will be born." Now, a few things here. First, it seems like he's undermining his wife a little bit. He obviously believes that someone came to her because he says, let that person come to us again. But maybe he feels like the instructions she gave were unclear. Another interesting thing is that he says, send to us again the messenger, which is interesting because the messenger wasn't sent to them. The angel specifically appeared to the woman. And lastly, his prayer is interesting because the angel had already given the instructions to the woman, and she had relayed that information quite accurately, not verbatim, but still accurately. So some might argue and say, well, she didn't give the messaging verbatim, and so he was right to entreat the Lord. And to that, I'll say, let's see if the angel felt the same way. God sends the angel back. He doesn't send the angel directly to Manoah or to both of them when they're together. Specifically, the angel appears to the woman again. And then she runs and calls Manoah, and he follows her. And then Manoah comes and says, well, are you the person who told her these things? And when the angel says, yes, I am, he's like, okay, well, what are we supposed to do? What is the rule for the boy's life? Starting in verse 13, the angel says, let the woman give heed to all that I said to her. She is to observe everything that I commanded her. Essentially, I've given the instructions to the woman. She just needs to follow what I said. And interestingly enough, the angel gives Manoah even less information than he gave the woman the first time, and even less information than what Manoah's wife gave him. So really, Manoah had more information from his wife. He would have been better off just listening to the wife. And the last thing I want to point out is later on in the story, Manoah and his wife give a burnt offering, and then the angel ascends in the flame of the burnt offering. At this point, Manoah's like, oh my God, we're gonna die. And it's his wife who actually serves as the voice of reason